Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio, where we are trying to launch a rocket per minute. And in the meantime, before we really can do that, I am kind of upgrading my base slowly but surely. I am spending more and more time off camera to get stuff like this fixed. My whole red circuit protection has been torn out a couple of minutes ago and replaced. And now they are all requesting this beacon or these module setup, which is 3 reds and 1 blue. Most of the things that is going on in the back end of stuff, I'm going to use this kind of layout. 3 on 1 will actually do not give a big of a speed loss due to the productivity modules, and doesn't really get a speed gain because of the productivity modules, but does produce 5% quicker with 1.3125 apparently, which should be 1.25, which is the normally crafting speed of an assembly machine, but does give 30% more resources, which will be very, very good in the end. This is something I should have done maybe a long while ago, but I am doing it now, so maybe late than never. It's mostly because, well, for modules you will need red circuits, for red circuits you will need modules. So this is, I think, one of the best spent resources here. This just needs to be ramped up very quick. Now, I did prefer the productivity modules over the speed modules, the way I had the belts layout. Now, because I'm splitting them here evenly, and that's the only split they have, these are now being produced at the same rate. Should be good. These all have speed modules in them. They don't really need speed modules at this point because I have not enough red circuits to get this going, but at the moment we will keep it. So, but for today we are gonna start and work on the layouts, at least for the last thing we will need for the rocket, except for the satellite, of course. We were going to work on the rocket control units. Now these need processing units, and we will need to produce about 40 a second. Now I know I am not really producing this or saying numbers correctly, because the way this should work, and I'm going to go into numbers now a little bit, we need 60 rocket control modules or units per minute, which is 1 a second. And I think I'm actually producing way more than I should. Maybe not, I'm not really sure. I think I am. Oh well, then we'll launch 2 rockets every minute eventually. But I am saying then we need to produce 30 rockets modules with a 20% production bonus. We will require 20 of them, which is 30% less instead of the 40% less, which you will actually need to account for, but it's close enough. It is close enough, and it's easier to work with rounded off numbers than, I think, with a total of 18 you then will need, which in the case of the these modules, the low density structures, it should be good because we at the moment have 2 times 18 being produced, because we have run out of space here because of the tracks here, but it is not something I'm really gonna worry about. So that is the thing we're gonna do. Now I am going to work a little bit on the layout off camera, and I will bring you back when I have something. Well, one interesting happened actually. I am running a mod called Auto Research, which will automatically research things I can research, and at the moment it is stuck on stuff with space science, which we are not getting yet. There is still some stuff I can get, like cannon shells, grenade damage, mining efficiency, which actually might be a thing I'd like to get. How much efficiency are we getting actually at the moment? We are getting 22%. That's not much, but it is still a lot. So all the resources at the moment are going into module production, which will increase the amount of modules we'll get, because that is kind of the only thing we're doing at the moment. All the red circuits goes here to left and goes here to down. Actually, is this going full blast? This is... yeah, kind of. It is. Looks like it. And this is all going into module production. 50% to reds, 50% to blues. At the moment, we still need about 400 each. It is a very, very lot. And that's mostly because of the things we are, of course, doing here down, which is our space rocket production, which needs to be ramped up to 1 minute eventually. This is all what we have now. I've got here the can we get that? No. The production of the... how are they called again? I've got the name. You. Rocket control units. Yeah, we got rocket control units set up here. I've got half the amount of production here as I got for the other ones, because the other ones we will need for the satellite as well, and this one we don't. But today we are gonna start on the next big thing, which is, well, the circuits more or less we need for these blue circuits. We need 1 per second, which is not a lot. Actually, I think we already have that production at the north side. But there is a lot of other stuff we will need there as well, which is mostly red circuits. Red circuits is a thing we will need a buttload of. And my god, look at this. Our Iron Patch 1 expansion, which is kind of halfway empty here. This one is 3/4 empty, this one is completely gone. Yeah, we need some more iron, I think, pretty soon. But at the moment, we are not in a dire need of stuff because we are, well, having a slow day because of the lack of science we're doing at the moment. So, but blue circuits, what do we need for that? Well, red circuits and green circuits. Green circuits we are producing, of course, centrally at our smelting area. And the red circuit is the thing we are gonna get here. And that's the last of my blue or the green nanobot ammo. They will start getting me stuff again. But we have now some space to produce some things. So blue circuits it is. I think we are going to do this completely beaconed and moduled. Well, not completely beaconed, but at least completely moduled. So let's go up to our normal blue circuit area and actually see what kind of things we did here. Here we did sulfuric acid down the center and blue circuits on the left and right. We can scale this up a little bit. We can just have this on the lengthy wise, but we need mostly green circuits here and of course a lot of, or a few reds and a lot, of course, some sulfuric acid. My god, yeah, words are not with me today. So this is about the amount we need. I think this one will produce 1 every 10 seconds. We have a total of 32 here, so we are producing a total of 3.2 a second, which should actually be enough. How much do we need for the satellite? 100, so we need about 1 a second for this, and we need 100 per minute for the satellite, which means we need about 3 a second, which is about this. We need about 160 per minute, which is more or less 3 per minute. That's 180 per second. Or no, that's 3 a second technically. But that is more than enough. So this is big enough. So I think we can just blueprint this. Oh, that's the blueprint gone. That's the blueprint on. And now copy this. Up till here. That looks good. And this, we will upgrade this to blue. And actually, I think there's a way to do that here. If we want to click on the blueprint to update it, click on the blueprint to update it. Upgrade successful. It is now blue. Okay, it is blue. Okay, oh yeah, oh, too late. A little bit of an empty space there. So first off, we are going to create the blue things. Now this is going to be a little bit of a backwards production. We are technically producing all the end game stuff first and then the early game stuff last, which is the way I'm going to do it because the last game is mostly the most resource intensive and I want that first. Now we will need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of everything eventually. I think I want a little bit of space to probably increase the production of this. Well, I think I will do that lengthwise, not over here. So let's start producing this kind of over here. That's 1. And we need 2 of these sections. So we are going to blueprint this again over there. And that should be the amount we need. That is about 500 robots producing or working again. My god, that looks always so nice. These big groups of robots. Where are you going technically? Let's follow them for a second. Oh, that's Belt. Is this Belt mostly? Yeah, it's technically Belt, but also... Oh, they directly there. Also, I guess inserters, etc., because they also need that. Okay, well, the robots are getting back to work. That will also, of course, increase my red circuit consumption, which will decrease module production, but it should be fine. We are not going to produce or use modules here, I think, because we don't really need it. I might eventually actually get the productivity modules in here, but we will need the 3, 4, 1 then. So 3 productivities and 1 speed module to get the speed the same, but the productivity plus 30%. So we will increase production here if need be. But for now, I will try and do it this way. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the next question is, let's actually kill a lot of trees here. There we go. This forest is gonna be gone. This green buffer is not something we need anymore because we have the wall upgraded and on full strength at the moment with robots and gun turrets. And still red ammo. Still no uranium ammo. I might look into that as well pretty soon, but first we need more uranium for that. Oh, I'm out. I can't kill more trees. Well, the forest is thinning out rapidly. I like it. So the next thing is red circuits we will need here. Red circuits, we need 2 of per. Now we are going to produce 2 a sec or 3 a second here. So that means we will need about 6 a second for the production of these. That is not as much actually, 6 per second. But we also need the speed module once, which will be needing those things as well. So let's produce those first. I have some of that production going around here somewhere. I've got this, which might be the thing I'm gonna blueprint. Oh, this looks good. This is the one. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Okay. This is the production chain for these things. Now I need to clean this a little bit up by removing that. This is all speed modules. I don't really need the speed modules here. I can't use productivity modules on there. That's why I got the speed modules. But I don't think I want the speed modules. So we are gonna blueprint not that one, but this one. Because this one doesn't have those. But I do need a few more red belts there though for the epic blueprint thing. In the book. Yeah, blueprint thingabook. I like it. So we need a total... Do we need stuff, these modules for the satellite? The answer is no. Good. Very good. Then how many do we need? We need 1 per second, which is a total. These are produced once every 10 seconds, so we need just 10, which is just this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one more. 5. That is 10, and that's enough. That's not as much. And that also will mean we need it for these things. 5 advanced circuits, 5 green circuits. Every 15 seconds. Oh, I thought it was every 10 seconds. Well, then we need more. Then we need 15 of these. So this was 10, 12, 14, 16. There we go. 1 per second. And we will need 5 electronic circuits and 5 green ones and advanced circuits per second. So that means, or per item, which is every 15 seconds, we're going to produce 1 per second. So we need 5 advanced circuits here per second. And we needed 3 of these per second, which is 6. So 5 plus 6 is... No. That's not true. 5 plus 6 is 11, but we needed not... Well, we are going to produce 3 per second, so that's 6. So we need about... Yeah, we need about 11 per second. That's not much. We can do that easily. 11 per second. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. Is it really that much? It feels like way too less, but mostly maybe because we are using so many red circuits here, and that's mostly all going into mother production at the moment, and it's not keeping up. So how quick are these ones? Produced once every 6 seconds, and we needed 11. No, let's just go for 12. So these are produced once every 6 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is producing 1 per second. So we need 12 of these. How much do we have here of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here we have 14 per second of these. Oh, that's about the amount we need. So I guess we are gonna blueprint this. From here. Yes. So this is the section we need. All the modules are in place. This is not the thing I need. That is not the thing I need. So we needed 12. So we need 12 of these. Let's see if we can stamp those down. Right about here. Do I want some space in between here? I think I do. Yeah, I'm gonna leave some space in between here. So I need a bath. Bathing time. And there we go. A new bath. Get more concrete in here. And I guess what I'm going to do here is something like this. There we go. Oh, that extended one too much. Oh well. So 12 of these. Let's see if you can fit that in here. That's 2. 4. 6. 2, 4, 6. And then one more of these. Should be 12. And I need to have some more tree skills here. Why are they still here? Get out going, trees. I don't need you anymore. I could do this to share the copper line. Technically we can do that. I think we can do that. But I'm not going to do that. 1, 2, 3. And that should be 12. Okay. Robots, get going. My god, this production. I like the size of it. I really like the size of it. Okay, I need more robot coverage. Let's just get it going there. A little bit of a power pole there. And now the robots just need to get powered here. Let me help them a little bit. It's getting power now? Nope, it's not getting power yet. And it is getting power about now. Does this get charged? Yep, robot should start charging here. And this one increases the coverage, which is going to do very good things for us. Also, we need another robot port over here because it just can't reach it. And we just are going to place one down over here. Oh, and that was on a power pole. That's not good. So we need a power pole over here. And we need the robot port underneath there or next to it. Let's just place it underneath it, I guess. And that's the thing. Now we did pick up some robots. Fly robots. Okay, that's that one working as well, hopefully. This should all be placed. Now we need to get some resources here. But this is the red circuit area. The hooking up of things I'm going to do off camera. You can see here I have brought the lines over actually for the low density structures. And not the steel yet, because I am having trouble with getting the steel over here. It's just a little bit complex, so I need to see if I can get that working better. And the next thing I will need here is a path to let it look nicely. Oh my god, the amount of stumps here. All the dead trees. Need to make the path around here, but that's going to be later. Oh, where are we getting attacked? This is going well though. The turrets are getting damaged, but the robots are keeping track on it, and the bullet train should keep this thing supplied. 200 repair packs there. That should be more than enough. And I need to get rid of that. Okay. Security is fine. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so the next thing here in the red circuits here, we need to hook this up to plastic. I am wondering if we have enough plastic production now here, because I think we're using about a full belt of plastic for the low density structures, and we are also using over here a full belt of plastic for the red circuits. So we might need more plastic production, but I kept some space here for that reason, so it shouldn't be a problem. Should all be fine. Okay, so what do we need next? Well, this is technically all for this. The green circuits we're gonna get in from there. We need more green circuits, but I'm not going to produce them here. I'm going to produce them on a place like this. And I might need to make another, well, I can fit a little bit more in here, but I also might increase actually some stuff over here because I've noticed I've got a lot of space here. So I might as well use it. Also, I might as well use this copper if I can fit it in somewhere. But that's a thing for later. So, red circuits, blue circuits, and that should be, oh, and the speed modules for the assembly bit, or for the rocket control units. That is everything you need for those. Now, the next thing we need, is the satellite. So what do we need for the satellite? The satellite needs, let me get the satellite going. Satellite needs low density structures and rocket fuel. We are going to produce that and just ship it over from our area a little bit to the left. I was saying I'm going to create that again, but because we have an overproduction of those already, we should be fine on that. Next things they need is solar panels, accumulators, and radars. Now radars are pretty simple to construct. Accumulators a little more difficult because they need batteries, and we're not producing batteries here at the moment, so we need to get that going. And we need the solar panels, and solar panels require a buttload of steel, if I remember correctly, and copper. And no, oh my god, also a buttload of electronic circuits. Okay, well, damn, that's gonna be kind of difficult. But let's just calculate what we need first and we'll supply them later. I've got a big open field here where I can run a buttload of stuff through. And I think I'm not going to produce stuff here, but just get everything going. I've been thinking about it, and I might actually get the science going here in the middle, the resources up to our stations here, and the rockets down in this square here. It's gonna be madness here, but I hope to get it all nicely aligned eventually. Okay, so this is production for this. This is the production for this. It's actually nice and segregated like this. I like it. Okay, next thing is the satellites. Let's just get one assembly building going here. And I think I'm just going to do that right there. Do I? Well, if I'm going to segregate stuff, I need to bring it over here, I think. Right about here, maybe. But let's not worry about that. That is just one building, and I could actually build it directly next to the satellite or next to the rocket control pad itself. But let's just get the resources going for it. So the batteries we are going to ship in from all the way over here. I think I'm going to produce the batteries somewhere around here, or maybe just next to things. I should have space. Well, I think I won't have space. Might need to move this over somewhere. Might actually have some space there, but that's the thing. But we're going to ship them in, so we're not going to produce them here. That's the thing I want to talk about. But let me just check one thing first. So one accumulator is produced every 10 seconds with 5 batteries. Okay, it's not an intermediate stage, so we can't use these modules on it. But what do we need for a battery? We need copper, iron, and sulfuric acid every 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds we're going to produce one battery, and those need 5 per 10 seconds, so they need 2.5 per cycle. 2.5 per cycle. Let me just try one thing out. If we would have 2.5 going to 1. If we would have 2.5, the best thing you could do is kind of more something like this. So what I am thinking of is maybe getting a system going where we can have the batteries produced here, and we put directly into this one. And this one producing the batteries, which you can't do here because we need the other things, which I don't have on me. Oh, yes, I do. 1, 2, 3. And you are going to create batteries. Okay. This is big to going to small though. And then going here. And you have the next one. So that's 2 for him. And 2.5, which would be something like this. These 5 were produced for these 2. And then get another series going down under it. I don't like it. Nope, we're gonna ship them in. Okay, I was seeing if I could do this, but we're gonna ship them in. Okay, so what do we need for these? Is batteries and iron plates. That's not much. That's just one belt of stuff. We have 10 per second. How much do we need to create? We need to create 100, I think, every minute. Yes, 100 every minute is 2 per second, more or less. So we need 20 of these assemblers. That's not much. We can actually kind of do that quite easily. We're gonna get 2 belts in of resources, one with batteries, one of iron. And actually maybe one with copper now that I think about this, but let's just see if that would fit. And we would have one assembly building there and one there. One belt going out. There we go. You would be producing go and you. That is good enough. Get you going, get a long-handed inserter going for the iron, I guess. And a stack inserter for the last thing, for the batteries, and a normal inserter for the output. Now let's copy this over. Now we needed 10 of these. No, 20 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20 because I'm placing 2 every single time. And now we have a little bit of space, mostly if we want to place the radars down. So we need 5 radars. What does a radar need? A radar needs electronic circuits, gears, and iron plates. Okay, that's not going to fit. I was thinking about putting it under here, but it's not going to fit. So we're just going to build it separately next to it. Okay, so we need 3 resources in, which is 2 belts. And we need to get 1 resource out. So that's kind of the same blueprint here. Actually, we're not going to do it like that. We're going to mirror this. We have space on this belt because we're not going to have enough production. So we're just going to do it like this. That's first. Let me just help my robots a little bit so I can get going a little quicker myself. This will produce radars and we need 5 per second. This one is produced every half a second. We need 5 per minute, right? So we need just 1. This is it. This is enough. It does need to get the resources in. Oh wow, that's a lot less than I expected. So what are we going to do about this? We can actually maybe make this next to the radar. I might move it over to the radar because it's so small, this area. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. Okay, next resource is the solar panels, I think. Yep, solar panels, low density structures are being produced elsewhere. And the processing units are produced elsewhere as well. So yeah, it's just the solar panels, which is a buttload of green circuits and steel. And a little bit of copper. Yeah, so we have 2 belts in, one with copper, one of electronic, one with copper and steel, and one with electronic circuits, and we will have solar panels out. That's the thing I wanted to say. So that's kind of the same blueprint like this, only with some different resources. And these will now just be creating solar panels. Okay, let's update this blueprint and see how much we will need. So we need 100 of these. Let me just check. Yes, we do. And we are producing these once every 10 seconds, which is the same time the accumulators are produced. So this chain needs to be just as long. And let's let the robots do this because then... Oh, wait, I'm pressing the wrong buttons there. I need to press tab, not alt. Alt is to show stuff and tab is to cycle your different kinds of ammo. There we go. So that's mostly the things we need for the satellite and we weren't producing elsewhere. And now I've got a little bit of a space here. I might need to move this one over. But yeah, that's the most of the things. So the next thing we are gonna do in the next episode actually is move all the belts to here, supply them with all the resources, and then we're gonna see where our holes are in our supply chain and try to fix them. All this to get 1 rocket going every minute. That's gonna be fun, but at least let's just get out 1 next episode or something like that. So I think that will be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and will join me for the next. Always please remember to subscribe, like, share if you want to get more views in and you like this series. Always very much appreciated. But until then, my name is Mastiap and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Have a wonderful day everybody. Bye bye.